making rugs. We are making rugs. Basically, I saw people making rugs on TikTok like 6 months ago, and I was like, I want to do that, but I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars. And then I kept seeing the videos and I kept wanting to make rugs more and more. And so I learned how to make them for super cheap. Got all the supplies. I've made 2 rugs. I sound like I'm like a pro and I've been doing this for like a long time. I've been doing it for about a week, but it's really, really easy and like I'm pretty good at it. And so today I'm gonna show you how to make rugs and how to do it for super cheap because I figured out the cheapest way to do it. I watched some videos. I watched one video and then I did my own, I didn't do my own research. I actually just kind of winged it, but I winged it right. Let's get started by me showing you the 2 rugs I've made. This was my very first rug. Look at it. Ah! It's like all finished and everything. Yup. For my first ever rug, I think this is pretty good. Last night, I made this little alien girl rug. And it's still on the frame, but I'm obsessed. And like, I think those are pretty cute for my first and second rug. This is super easy. This is super easy. You don't need skill to make these rugs. It's so easy. And I want to just put that out there first because I've never heard anybody who makes rugs say that. No, actually, I heard one person say it. The video I watched, she said, hey, this is really easy. So her and me, you can trust us. It's so easy. It's so easy. Let's get started. The first thing I'm gonna do is tell you everything you're gonna need and how much it costs. First thing you're gonna need is yarn. Now I know you're like, girl, that's a lot of yarn. Yeah, because there was just like the Black Friday deals. I got these online for $1.50 each or like $1.30 each. So I kind of stocked up on yarn. Look how pretty though. But like normally you can get something like this size for like $2, and to make a rug you really don't even need that much yarn. Rugs don't actually use that much yarn, but they look like they use a ton of yarn. For this rug, say I like put all this yarn together, that would be like using 1 roll of yarn. Yeah. Next is gonna be the most expensive thing that you get, and that's the monk's cloth. This is what you make the rug on. It's honestly so incredible. You see that? This stuff is magic. The way it works. Obviously you can get all of this stuff from craft stores or like Amazon, but I got my monk's cloth on Amazon and I got 2 yards by 1 yard and it was $26, which for the size rugs I'm making, which are like this size, I can make 4 rugs that size, and then I can make 4 rugs that like will be just like cut off this part, that size. The monk's cloth is going to be what's the most expensive, and of course the bigger rug you get, the more it's going to be, and the less rugs you'll be able to make for what you buy. And that's what you stab the yarn into, and you're probably like, well, hey, how do I do it? You're going to need something called a punch needle. Now this was $11. I got it on Amazon. So then once your rug is done, you have to put glue on the back to hold it all together. I got this rug glue. Oh, this is pretty pricey too, but it comes with so much. This was $26 from Home Depot. Some people do just use Elmer's glue, and it works for them. I'm not gonna recommend it. Elmer's glue will work, but of course, like using Elmer's glue, the risk of your rug like getting messed up and like coming apart is higher in the future, like after wear and tear. But again, it's so cheap. This one's finished, right? I put the Home Depot glue on and it's like dried, so this isn't what the back's gonna look like. You need a backing, you know, you gotta put a backing on. I just got the cheapest fabric. I got like 10 yards of this fabric for like $9 because I just bought the cheapest fabric, and you'll end up gluing it on the back, you know, which works, so then you don't get your actual rug dirty. Final thing you need is then a frame. Just go and buy a canvas the size of the rug you want, because then you don't have to build anything out of wood yourself, and it's the cheapest. It's really easy. You just like pull up and you're gonna rip off the canvas part, and if you're careful then you can still use the like canvas part, right? And then you're going to have this, and let me take this off so you can see better. I'm obsessed with her. This is what it looks like, just, you know, without the painting. And then what you're gonna wanna do, because you have to stretch the monk's cloth out, and I'm gonna show you completely how to do everything. I'm just kind of giving you a little overview. Is I took nails and just hammered them in like this, and they stick up, but you'll see it's not an issue, and this works so well, and it's so cheap. Michael's is always having sales on canvases, so you can get, I'm pretty sure I paid $2 for this, but if you want to go bigger for a bigger rug, which by the way, I recommend you start making a smaller rug, just because I don't want you to get burnt out on a big rug, because these do take hours. I feel like I should say that. These take hours. The alien girl probably took 5 hours, and I did it just straight while watching movies. And then the other one took me like 8 hours because it is bigger. So they do take time. It's gonna take a long time, but I'm telling you, it's so soothing. As somebody with a lot of mental illness, it's nice just to escape into rug making. I'll tell you that. And so yeah, you just simply, I think you guys know how to hammer in nails. Yeah, that's all the supplies you need. For everything I have, and I do want to say I bought a lot of yarn because I also like knit and crochet, so like I use yarn for like a lot. I spent like $200, but I have enough supplies to make like 10 rugs, and I'll still have leftover glue, fabric, and yarn. I mainly spent all my money on yarn. I would say each rug costs like $10, $15 to make, but again, like you do have to buy stuff like monk's cloth in bulk, I guess, to buy everything you need, and you'll be able to make like multiple rugs with everything. Depending on like the glue and everything, expect to spend anywhere from $50 to $100, but you'll be able to make like a lot of rugs. But again, you have to buy some stuff in bulk. There is that breakdown. Let me show you how to do it. First thing we're gonna do is cut our monk's cloth. Oh, you're gonna need scissors. I use cheap like dollar scissors. So when you're gonna put it on your frame, on all edges, I'd leave like this much extra, just because it kind of pulls, because you're pulling it tight, it pulls a little and it starts unraveling a little, and you're gonna have to like pull it back just for safety. Lay it on, you know, see how much you need, cut it on out, cut out a little square, again leaving a few inches of extra for each side. I just kind of lay it on. It doesn't have to be that even. If it's not even this way, don't stress. It's all about this. Okay, so I cut out the piece, but now we're just gonna stretch it on. You want this to be super, super, super tight. Pull up as hard as you can and push it on. Now you're gonna do this a few times while making this. It will start getting loose just from like the pressure that you push in, and you'll see that you'll have to re-stretch it again, but it won't affect anything, don't worry. And pulling it up and stretching it. We're gonna do the other side. Just keep rotating it. And my noises. And there we go. Just push everything down, and it should be nice and tight. It's like a drum. This is the back, and this is gonna be the back of the rug, right? And this is gonna be the side we punch into, and then this will be the finished side. So that means if you're doing something like lettering, if you're doing like words, you have to reverse it. Today we're doing a mushroom, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be reversed. So remember that when you're punching in, everything is reversed. It's gonna be reversed. What I've seen people do is print, like if they wanna do lettering and it's gonna be backwards. I've seen people go online, write what they wanna do, flip it online, print it out, and then like trace it. It's just time to draw what you want to make into a rug on the back. Remember, the back side. You're gonna punch from the back side. So for me, for this rug, again, we're doing a mushroom. I've been making things like the little alien girl rug. I like paint alien girls all the time. And I also always do mushrooms. And so like, I want to make this mushroom with like the eyes into the rug. I'm just gonna use a little marker and sketch it on out. I'll show you guys though, and you guys can watch. Okay. And also with the nails, I know you're like, doesn't that get in your way? My arm fits fine. In between, it does not get in the way, I promise. There we go. I'm gonna make this throughout the night. I'm not gonna stop until I'm finished with it. So right now it's about 9 o'clock at night. So just so like we can keep track of time, so you guys can know like just how long these take, because they take hours. Where you decide to start with the string really does not matter. For me, I'm gonna outline everything in black, so I'm gonna do that first, because to me that like organizes it and it makes it easier. So let me show you how to put the string in this punch needle. Your punch needle is gonna come with this little wire tool. What you do is you take your little wire, right? You put the wire into this little hole. So you just put the wire through this, like this, and then it comes out the bottom. Put it through the little wire. Again, this is really easy, nothing complex about this. You just pull it through. There we go, and it comes out the top. Punch needle is loaded, and it's connected to your stuff. Okay, so before we get punching, here's the one thing you need to know. It's curved, it has the open side. You punch in the direction that you want to go with the open side. Makes sense? It's honestly so easy. Okay, so let's get started. So what you do to get it started, and you'll do this each time you're getting started, is pick the place you want to get started. I want to get started just right up top here. Okay, you're going to take it, push it through, and then you're going to flip this around, and you're going to pull this piece out right here. You're going to pull this piece out, okay? And you can shorten it a little bit. I just like leaving kind of a long piece like this, right? And then just kind of hold it right here. You're just gonna have to hold it for a second. Then you're gonna, again, pull it back out and punch back in like that. And again, remember we're keeping this open face in, and we're gonna punch in this direction. And then it's gonna look like this on that side. I go over my stuff twice. Again, I'm new to this. I'm not the best at it. So yeah, and this is what it looks like from this direction while I'm punching this way. Oops, you're not even seeing. So this is what it looks like from right here. You see what I mean? What it looks like? And then from here, this is what it looks like. So you're gonna push all the way in. So you want that entire, what color is that? Like gold. You want this entire gold piece to go all the way in. You want it to go all the way in. And then pull out and punch again. All the way in. Pull out, punch again, all the way in. Yup. Also, watch something cool. This is what's so cool about monk's cloth. You make a mistake, no problem. Pull out. You see this? You can pull it completely out. And look, just go like this. And it'll re-go back together. Like, monk's cloth is magic, you guys. So I think that makes sense. You just go in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. You want to try to, again, punch as close as possible so then you won't have like little gaps. I always end up with gaps because I'm still new at it, and I typically just go over things twice. Push through, you pull this out, and I only hold on to it when I do then the next few little notches, just so for sure it does not fall out, but it's not gonna fall out, don't worry. See? Kinda cool. Well, not kinda cool. It's extremely cool how this works. You can kind of just start going a little bit fast. I want you to know how to do it just from watching this video. I don't want you guys to have to go watch another video. Okay, so I've outlined it. It took about an hour. I've just been watching, this is good because you can't really watch something. So I'm just listening to Dating Straight, Jack and Amy's podcast. So podcasts are great to listen to. So this is what it looks like from the back. Also, I should have shown, which I know it looks rough, don't judge it yet. When you pull this out, you just then pull it out and cut it, right? Because we're gonna glue everything down. This is what the front looks like. Now, okay, hold on. Hold your little judgments. Hold your judgments, these eyes. The rugs start pulling together. The more obvious string you put on it, the better they're gonna start looking. But yeah, switching over to the white, literally all you do is, it's the same thing. Also, when you're like switching places, I honestly just lift up my pen, pull it, and push it then in where I want it. But you can, and then I cut this later before I do that area. But you could also cut it, then just redo the start thing again. Whatever you want. Alright, just finished the white. So yeah, all you do is pull it out. Get your scissors. Cut. Very easy. Okay, so this is what the front is looking like so far. I think it's important to remember this is a rug. So your lines are not gonna obviously be as sharp as you can do it on paper. Also, I'll go in at the very end and cut everything, and that will really clean like everything up also. But yeah, now we're gonna move on to the little circle colors. It's now 11, so we are 2 hours in, and that's what we've done. I'm like deciding on what colors I want, and I think I'm gonna do this color for the dots and then for these lines. I want to get like a clip of what it like looks like to do it. Just did this, added some dots. We are like 2 hours and 45 minutes in. I'm liking it so far, so let's keep going. All right, we are about 3 hours in, and here we go. This turned out so cool. Now we're gonna go in, and we really just have this left to turn this all blue. Look how cute so far. Okay, so we are about 4 hours in. My hand hurts a little bit, but it's not terrible. But look how pretty. The head of the mushroom is done. We just have to go in and do the color down here. You guys, we are almost done. We are almost done. We are almost done. My hand hurts. Oh my gosh. Yup. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and kind of cut everything that needs to be cut to like shape everything, and yeah. Okay, here we go. We finished the rug, but before we can wind down for the night, it's like 2 a.m. We have to glue it because the glue takes a very long time to set in. It takes like 15 hours. So you're gonna put the glue on using one of these things or a paintbrush. So the glue stinks. So I wear a mask while I do it, so I don't have to like breathe it in. And then I leave it in like a secluded room where none of like the people that live here or animals have to smell it, being safe. So, okay, let's open it up. So basically just take this, dip it in the glue, get a glob, and then you just spread it on it. You want to get it on there thick, but not too thick, because I have made the mistake of doing it too thick and it took the glue a week to dry. Versus if you just do a nice thin layer, it will take like 15 hours. Cool. So just do that to the whole thing. Hey, since we've last chatted, it's been like 18 hours maybe? Yeah, I'm in the same outfit. Let me explain. Basically, I finished the rug, then I stayed at like 2, 3 a.m. Then I stayed up till 8 a.m. watching stuff. Went to bed and woke up a few hours ago, and now it's like 8. Anyways, the glue is dry. This is what it looks like. Also, I think most people probably know, but you put the glue on the back. So yeah. So it is time to cut her off and finish her. Oh, look. I also finished this, made it into a little rug, but I still need to put the backing on, and so we'll do all of that together. So yeah, let's finish this rug. I'm so excited. Now we're gonna just cut it out with like a little bit of space, because I like to leave some on to push behind. Y'all will see. Ah! Okay, so yeah, you're just gonna cut around and leave like a little bit of, you see. Okay, so I'm gonna do that to the whole thing. Okay, so you know, like this, with like stuff like this, and then basically pretty self-explanatory. I just fold it in and stick it down, and then to like make it so it holds, I use, hold on, I just take Elmer's school glue and I put it on to hold it down. It works fine. I obviously could use the rug glue, but the rug glue is just so stinky. I don't want to use it, so I use this, and it, oh my god, be hiccuping left and right. So I just obviously like put it where it's gonna like lay, you know, like that, and push it down like that. But because it's like monk's cloth and it's like, what's the right word? It's it like stuff can seep through. I also put it on top like this, and then I rub it in, and that literally seals it on. So it is all nice and glued on, and we're just gonna let it sit for a little bit. We're gonna add a backing. Again, my backing is just this super cheap, like it's literally see-through, so cheap fabric, but it works good. Again, this is what it'll look like. I just put it on because it protects then the yarn, so this is what touches the floor, not the yarn. Ah! I'll like lay a rug on and like cut it out. I think this makes pretty sense to the size. So yeah, something a lot of people use, which I didn't even think about, and I didn't see this anywhere until I already bought all my supplies, but is felt. They'll glue felt to the back, which makes a lot of sense, and felt is so cheap. Felt's super cheap, so also felt could work for this. I'm gonna like be completely honest with you. I started adding the backing to this one, and I just got so lazy. I don't feel like adding the backing to this, but like you get what I mean. Like, that's what you do. I mean, it's basically completed. You can't, and you don't even need a backing. I've seen people not do backings. I just like backings because I'm gonna be putting mine on the floor. I will not be stepping on them, and no one's allowed to step on them, but you know. Ooh. 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 Look how cute. I literally am obsessed. Here she is on the ground. My floor is dirty. But I'm obsessed with her. Like, she is so pretty. I mean, this is just my 3rd rug, so like I'm not the best yet, but I'm learning. I'm learning. Yup. I forgot to film an outro, but that was the video. I hope that made sense and you learned. If you have any questions, comment them down below and I will answer everything to the best of my ability. Yeah, that was the video. Subscribe if you want to hang out again, and I'll see you when I see you. Love you. Bye.